Good morning. It kind of bugged me that we're hearing all of this propaganda about war on cops. So I decided to go to the odmp.org page. That's the Officer Down Memorial page to get the latest information that's available. As you can see on the right, the line of duty deaths this year is down approximately 7%. The total number of deaths is 86. The gunfire deaths is down 26%, and the total number of gunfire deaths is 26 as well. Auto-related deaths is up 6%, and that number is 34. Now, if you want to get specific about this, they break the information down, and all 86 deaths they call line of duty deaths. 4 of the deaths were due to 9/11 related illnesses. I'm assuming some kind of smoke inhalation, dust inhalation, something of that nature. 2 deaths were accidental. 1 death had to do with an aircraft accident where a plane that an officer was flying crashed. 3 were due to assault. 19 were due to automobile accident. 1 was due to a fall while in pursuit. 26 were due to gunfire. 2 were due to accidental gunfire where officers discharged their weapons and killed themselves. 13 were due to heart attacks. 3 were due to motorcycle accidents. 5 were due to being struck by vehicles. 4 were due to dying while being in a pursuit of a vehicle where officers obviously lost control of their own vehicle and crashed. And 3 were due to vehicular assaults, again being struck by vehicles. Now, in my opinion, we probably need to concentrate on the 26, which would be gunfire. If you're claiming an assault on police, an actual conscious assault on police, which in my mind would mean that you're attempting to ambush police, then that's probably the category that you're going to want to look at. Okay, in my opinion, there really isn't an assault on police. I want to go to gunfire. Now, within that gunfire category, you'll see Lieutenant Charles Joseph Glinowich. He's the police officer that died from gunfire out of Fox Lake Police Department in Illinois. They originally stated that 3 alleged criminals shot and killed this officer. Well, after doing a little research, I found that the coroner is now suggesting that this officer actually committed suicide. Where did they get the 2 white men and 1 black man as suspects? They got those guys because on a video not too far from the scene, they saw a car with 2 white guys and a black guy driving near the scene. They have subsequently located all 3 of those individuals, and all 3 of them have been cleared. Henceforth, the coroner now claiming, and he didn't claim otherwise before, but now suggesting strongly that this officer committed suicide. So this is one that you basically can take out of the assault on police officer column. Now, just beneath that, you will see Deputy Sheriff Darren H. Goforth. Now, that was the murder of a police officer by a deranged individual. He hasn't spoken to the police, so they really don't know what the motive for his killing of this officer is. So many people have jumped to the conclusion that it's because of the rhetoric being spewed by the Black Lives Movement. But even the Harris County Sheriff's Office cannot attribute this officer's death to the Black Lives Matter movement. So all of the crap that you hear on Fox News and CNN by people like Sheriff John Clark Jr. is just that, a bunch of rhetoric bullshit, and they're just trying to rile people up. Now, I'm not here to say that of the 26, somebody didn't get targeted. I'm not going to say that, though I don't believe it. But there is no war on cops. As you saw, or should be aware of, the NYPD took down James Blake erroneously. The officers never identified themselves, took this man to the ground, detained him for 15 minutes in handcuffs, never issued an apology, and never even filed the paperwork for the actions that they took. The police commissioner in New York obviously did the right thing by apologizing, as did the mayor of New York. But you get the Policemen's Benevolent Association, which is the police union in New York, coming to the officer's defense when clearly the officer was wrong. Doing a background check on the officer, we come to find out that the officer has been a New York City police officer for 4 years and has 5, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5 complaints against him for physical abuse of citizens. And this is the kind of guy that the Police Benevolent Association wants to protect. That's a bunch of crap. Anyway, I just wanted to give you the real information as far as the number of police deaths, and to try to dispel as much as I can the myth that there is a war on cops. Cops all tend to want to stick together, and anytime one of them goes down, you know, they crawl into their shells and want to believe that the entire world is against them, and that's just not the case.